Hey Timo. Welcome buddy, welcome, welcome. Absolute pain this is, my stream not working properly. Who's ready for qualifying? Charles the spin. Oh dear, Babby. Oh dear. Charles not wrong though. You're not wrong. Oh dear, Babby. Oh dear. Right. I've tried to get my stream to work. I'm still watching it from my phone. Don't know why it's doing that still, but yeah, who's ready for qualifying? What's everyone's opinions? Can't wait for Ferrari to F it up again. Just change chat box. Red should be better, I think. That'll shut better. That is true at the moment. That is true. Ferrari effing up is just like, when's it going to happen? Strong Russell's 5. Yeah, same here. I think that'll work out well. I think he'll do all right. Sorry, I keep changing the color of the chat box. Me too, Varesh. Me too. I think he'll do all right. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do the background just as black, and then I swear to God, Cat, if you end up scratching me again. Vettel to get some points. Well, you never know. You never know. Jules, come and take this cat. Excuse me, guys. 2 secs. I knocked my phone over. What? I looked up here and she went round. It over. Right, that's one less thing to worry about there. I didn't know. Thankfully, the base plate had enough on it to be able to sort it out.
To the barriers, so the start of qualifying will be delayed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sure, but we will let you know as we do. Actually, yeah, what are you and what are you feeling about qualifying? Okay.
It's not very good, is it? I'll have to leave it up there. You start causing trouble. Oh, this chat box is annoying me, guys. Why can't anything just ever work the way that you want it to? I don't know what happened to you. What did happen to the barrier? That's not where Charles crashed, was it? Crash was his kindness. You think? I don't think he's kind on track. Oh dear. Thankfully she's not like that, Tam. What do I find next? Hopefully they'll get that repaired. Where has that crash come from? They've clearly discovered something, haven't they? But right, let's run a poll, shall we? Let's run a poll. How do we run this? No, that's not a. That's a poll that didn't have anything in it, did it? Right. We're gonna have Perez, Sainz. Who's gonna get on pole, guys? Put Latifi in it. Should I put Latifi in it for jokes? I only do 4. Okay, I only do 4. So I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll do Mercedes. And then other. There we go. He's tuned Jessica, mate. You got it working. Happy days, buddy. Happy days. Good to see you there, mate. You can't watch the race live as F1 TV. Subscription expired. Oh man. Yeah, I've got a Sky subscription, so I'm watching it on. Well, I'm watching it through my phone. For some reason, the player's not working on my PC. For some reason, epoxy thing. So Perez is leading at the moment. Go Tiffy. I did want to put Norris in there. I do think one of the Mercs will sneak up there. I think they're hiding in maybe a little bit of pace, maybe. We'll see. Tam, you just love Williams, aren't you? You're a big Williams fan. That's what you are. Sky looks quite clear as well, so maybe we won't get. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if Max does get pole Oscar, but I don't think. I mean, really, the way they should play it is both Ferrari and Red Bull is that they should end up towing each other because they're both taking penalties, aren't they, Charles and Max? So really, they should help Perez and Carlos get as far up as they can. So as it was before, guys, as soon as the live telemetry's up, we will switch screen and have a look, see where everyone is out on track. Oh. So the Porsche Super Cup had a race in between practice and qualifying, and there was a crash there, which is why they are repairing the barriers. So is that down at La Source then, just before La Source? Is that where that is? Let's say Fania Curve, I think, isn't it? Is it the Fania Curve? Williams Martini livery was banging. That was a good one. That was. Fania Curve. Yeah, it looks relatively clear weather for Belgium, doesn't it? Or for Spa. And broadcast our race. Mate, honestly, F1 management are so hot on their properties with copyright and stuff. It's ridiculous. Like, I say it's ridiculous, like it's just how silly how quick they are compared to like other companies. They're proper on it. Do fancy Norris or Alonso to cause maybe a bit of an upset today? If Mercedes can't get their act together, they could sneak onto the top 3. So I was listening to a bit of the pre-race show, and they interviewed Otmar. I don't know if anyone saw that. They're going to the contract tribunal place, whatever it is, on Monday. So we'll know probably next week or after Monday if Piastri has broken contracts or has breached his contract by negotiating something with McLaren or whatever. So it'll be interesting. Okay, so at the moment we've only got 11 votes, but Perez, Sainz, and Mercedes all level. Ooh. We'll leave that running for a bit. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Oh, here we go. What did that guy think he was doing? He just turned into him. Porsche Cup cars, guys. Porsche Cup cars. He just turned into him like he wasn't there. That was the definite... I'm quite happy he crashed there, to be honest. It's not often you go, oh, you want someone to crash, but I'm quite happy he crashed because he deserved that. Go on, Babby. What you admitting? Spill the beans, buddy. Gasly hasn't performed well this year, has he? The AlphaTauri isn't doing that good of a car. MotoGP and F1 to be rather boring. I don't watch MotoGP, so can't really comment on that. F1, I don't think it has been at all. I think it's been anything but boring this year. I think every race has had something about it. The most boring race was Monaco, as it always is. But there's always been a lot happening, I think. If you find F1 boring now, Jesus, you should have seen it 10 years ago. There were some real proper boring races then. Isle of Man TT. Oh yeah, that's just crazy. Isle of Man TT. Lots of people died there this year. Lots of people. Lando podium, George win. Do you know what? That'd be a great weekend of racing. That would be. I wouldn't mind seeing that happen. My phone keeps dropping when it buzzes. Alright, let's see if the live timing started yet. I don't think it has. Come on, live timing. Don't you bugger around me now. Anything but happen. Well, if Verstappen gets on the podium, it'd be an amazing drive because he's starting from the back of the grid. Tomorrow, that is, anyway. Qualifying, not too much about. It's about him getting through. So for Charles and for Max, it's just about, once again, feel of the car, getting used to the car, and just getting more laps in, and getting through Q3 so that they can, I assume, help Perez and Sainz in getting pole position. Then again, pole position isn't the be all and end all at Spa because you've got such a long run down to over like through Eau Rouge and down to Les Combes, which is like at the end of the Kemmel Straight. Sometimes you don't want to be on pole. It's a bit like Sochi. I can't believe I'm comparing Sochi to Spa, but it's like that. Whereas you've got such a long draft that T2 getting P2 isn't that bad of a deal. Right. Hey, Tony, mate. How's it going, buddy? So, games, I can't broadcast the actual qualifying, but what I can do is the next best thing, which is provide you with a track map and telemetry. And talk about it. At the moment, we've got a delay because there was a big crash in the Porsche Cup. So we are awaiting the barrier to be repaired before we can watch the race. Or watch qualifying, sorry. What, the one where it was rumoured that he got electrocuted and knocked unconscious? That one. Yeah, I mean, there's some shit in there that goes down that we don't hear about. The old Ferrari engine, where they took apparently a deal that their car basically wouldn't be good for the next 2 years until the new regulations were introduced. That sort of one. Rather than fining them a shitload of money or whatever. There's always backhanders that happen. So yeah, unfortunately, you can't broadcast the live race because you get done for copyright. And your stream just gets shut down. So you all right there? So yeah, we're just waiting at the moment. Once they go out, I'll get informed. Bloody annoying, not gonna lie. It's a little bit like how long does it take to repair a barrier? That could be ignorance in me, but Yuki, what's everyone's thoughts on Yuki this year? So I got a bit of stick. I got a bit of stick for calling out Yuki Tsunoda this year for basically not making the improvements that he should have done. Last year was not a good rookie year, and this year I don't think he's actually been that good either. Yeah, he's had like 2 good results, and the rest of the time I I don't know. I don't see the hype with Yuki Tsunoda. I don't see the hype. Some people really absolutely love him. I don't. No worries, Tony, buddy. No worries, mate. You need to get back into it. It's a lot more exciting than it used to be. I think he's been okay this year, closed the gap on Pierre, but I think that's just Pierre underperforming. Yeah, so Pierre hasn't had a good year either, but he's had a better year than Yuki. There's been a couple of times where Pierre has been in good scoring positions and his car has like blown up on him. The thing is with Pierre is that he hasn't made the mistakes that Yuki has. That's kind of my defense of Gasly against Yuki this year. And yeah, they don't have a strong enough car as last year, and it's not as reliable. But I think Gasly's been screwed over by the car more often than Yuki has. I mean, Yuki crashed into Gasly. He spun it and finished 2 laps down at the Hungaroring. He crashed in Canada, coming out of the pit lane. I mean, that's just like #1 rule. Don't do that. Yeah, he's had like 2 good results. I think it is overall 2 point scoring finishes, similar to Gasly. But just my faults. Just my faults. That's all. Oh, looks like no one's ready anytime soon to jump in their car and get out. So it does make you wonder how many people and how long does it take to change that barrier? That's a cool little go-karting track next to Spa. These guys have got their moment. Yeah, the barrier does look like it needs to be fully replaced, but surely they've got all that stuff on hand to be able to replace it. I mean, I've never seen a barrier replaced, so I don't know how long it takes, but it seems like it should take quicker. It should be quicker. Hopefully Mick goes beast mode this weekend. I don't expect it to. He finished bottom of the pack in practice 3. I don't know where he's finished in the previous couple of practice sessions, but doesn't look like he's made up really any progress. It's going to take an hour. Do we reckon? If that's the case, then I will go and take a quick coffee break and make myself a coffee. Lando top 5. I hope so, Anish. I do hope so. He's been good. He's been in the top 5 of every practice session. We'll have a look at this. Hang on. We'll go to the BBC and have a look at the practice sessions. Formula 1. Where are they? Results. Practice. So third practice. Here we go. Right. So Lando was okay. So 13th in first practice. He was 3rd in second practice and then 4th in third practice. So there we go. Well, it looks like Seb's firing up his Aston Martin. So I would say it's 80% Ferrari and 25% Charles. So when you think about it, Charles has only really made 2 actual mistakes this season in races, not in practice, but in races. So he made the mistake at Imola when he was chasing down and lost it at the chicane. And then he also made the mistake, the costly one at France. So big haul points there he's lost. But then he was leading Spain and his engine went. He was in the top 3 at Baku, his engine went. He's had Monaco, strategy call, fuck up. He's had the Hungaroring, strategy fuck up. Where's the other one they've had the fuck up as well? So there's at least like 4 or 5. Like, most of them, there's at least 4 results that Ferrari have been at fault for. The other 2 have been because of him. Don't like this. I'm having to go through all the chat box options. What's old school? But yeah, that's basically that. Hopefully Seb goes beast mode in Singapore. When's Singapore? That's a little while away. Why Singapore, Anish? Is that your home track? So it looks like they're all getting their helmets on now. Getting ready to go out. Start qualifying 16:25 local time. So that means 10 minutes from now. 10 minutes from now. Oh, it is. Oh, there you go then. Yeah, it'd be good to see. F1's always been about money, Babby. Always. But as long as you can remember, there's always been the politics behind it. It's just Drive to Survive has made people aware of it, basically. Okay, that's a bit too large as well. We're going back. I've gone through all the font settings of the chat. We're going back to the original one. Thoughts on Ricciardo potentially retiring? Might do him some good. But the only problem with Daniel retiring or having a year out is would he get back in to F1? I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure he'd get an opportunity to get back into F1 because don't really see anyone unless someone retires. I mean, there's plenty of youngsters in the wing, in the wings, but I think teams would much rather take an opportunity on than Daniel because yes, he had a couple of podiums with Renault. He's had a terrible time at McLaren. It's not even like you can say, oh, you've seen a flash. I mean, Monza, yes. But other than that, have we really seen like the Daniel of old in McLaren? Not at all. And even then, that's because he won Monza because Lando was told to not attack him. So I think a lot of teams with the success of the youth that have come through in recent years, they would much rather look to the future of the youngsters than someone who's 33 going on 34 now, which would be a shame. So I think if Daniel doesn't get a seat for next year, I think that's the last we see of Daniel in F1. That's my opinion. And he's not going to take a step to Williams, or he may go Haas. He may go to Haas, but I think that's as low down the grid he's going to go. I think he's going to push for that Alpine seat because they're a works team, more likely to fight at the front of the grids, fight McLaren than they are like fighting for podiums. Then maybe Haas is, especially at this moment in time. But, yeah, sad to see him go, but he made the poor decision. Should he have stayed at Red Bull? maybe. But then I also see why he left, because Max was clearly the favourite and Daniel didn't like the way he was being treated, and so it's swing. Yeah, you have to weigh it up, don't you, in the day. That's mine. That's good. Do love Gunther Steiner. I said it before and I'll say it again. Gunther Steiner to Ferrari, guys. Replace Mattia Binotto. Sort that team right out, I reckon. Wow, so there's... Right, so we've got Mick Schumacher, Verstappen, Bottas, Leclerc, Ocon now, Zhou, and Gasly. 7 cars. I think that's 7 cars? 7 cars. 7 cars are now starting from the back of the grid. And qualifying will decide, how far they make it in qualifying will decide where they start, apparently. That's what I just heard from Sky. Do I like Drive to Survive? I liked the first 2 seasons. I didn't enjoy the last 2 seasons. So 1 and 2 I really liked. 3 and 4 I didn't like. They changed the format of 3 and 4. I didn't like that it wasn't in chronological order. And they missed out a lot of drama-filled races. I mean, they pretty much all but skipped Brazil in the last season. And Brazil was like such a drama-filled race, like with everything that happened off track, with Max touching the wing and Mercedes feeling like they were aggrieved by the penalty. And then, obviously, Lewis coming through the field like he did. I thought there was some really weird editorial choices. But I've already forgotten what it was like. But apparently the next season, so apparently F1 sat down, or Liberty Media sat down with Netflix and they said, yeah, we really don't like the way you filmed last season or put it together. So the drivers are concerned as well with all the false narratives of rivalries. You need to sort your shit out. And apparently that's what they're going to change it up for next season. And I think Max is even going to be in next season, from what I've seen. I think I heard him say he's had sit-down talks with them and he's happy with the changes that they're going to make and he's going to be in next season. So, because he was the only driver who wasn't involved. Right, so let's see the poll before it starts. Wow, some of you think a Mercedes is going to be on pole position. Perez, Sainz. Oh, and now, yeah, Perez and Sainz and Mercedes are level. Perez. Let's end that poll. So Sainz and Mercedes, Perez, and then other. That other, I'm hoping, is Norris, guys. That's what I'm hoping for. 3.5 minutes. 3.5 minutes. Right, that is enough time to go and make myself a real quick coffee. So I will be back in hopefully 2 minutes before qualifying starts. 2 sets, guys. Plenty of time left before we start. Well, actually, no, we've started. We have started. There we go. Latifi first out on track. Well, we're about to find out, Bald. We are about to find out whether that is the case or not. I need to reload my stream and see if it works quicker. No, it's still a little bit behind. As I said, about 20 seconds behind. Latifi, Mick out now. So Latifi's on the medium. Really? Why is he on the medium, man? Maybe they just don't think they're going to make it through to Q2. And I suppose with the penalty, so this is a weird qualifying for the guys at the back. It's like, what do? Do you qualify? Do you try and get through to Q2? Or do you just go out there, run the car, and then you know you're going to be starting 13th position? Because everyone's got place penalties. So Latifi minimum is going to start 13th position tomorrow. Strange, isn't it? Is he back in the pits? Latifi's back in the pits already. Did they realise they put the mediums out on there? Bit bizarre. I think Schumacher's out on his own. Is he going to qualify? Or have they seen something on the weather radar? What do they say about this then? All right, here goes Mick. Should we see him set purple? Look at this. Mick's gone purple. And again. Can't believe Mick is doing this, setting purple everywhere. Unbelievable. So everyone's out on the soft tyre. Why did Latifi go out on the medium? That's got to have been an error. That's why he pitted. Surely. No way is Stroll on the hards. Okay, good. The image there was that it was on the hards. Prep it for the race? Don't think so. You want to start on fresh as you can tyres for the race. Like going out for one lap doesn't help. And it's a very long lap round here as well. So it's not like it's somewhere at Monaco where even if that was the case. Here goes Mick. He's going to set purple lap. Look at that. Purple sectors everywhere you look. Unbelievable. 1:47.9. So Latifi is now back out on the softs. See, they put him out on the wrong fucking tyre. I can't believe no one at Sky hasn't picked that up. .147.9 was quicker than what Bottas and the Alphas did, I think, in practice. Yeah, they said something about setup, but that's just a cop-out. It's nothing to do with setup because they're in part Ferme. So the only thing they could change is like a front wing angle. They've put him out on the wrong tyre. Because everyone out there is on the softs. Got to have done. Right, so who is on an actual flying lap at the moment? Hamilton is on a flying lap. Leclerc as well. It's just started his. So from Magnus, from Hamilton basically. From Hamilton is on a lap at this moment in time. You're the 41. You should be in that Williams, mate. Here we go. Here comes Hamilton. Oh, there's a bit of a backup here. Oh, no. Oh, he's going to get caught. He's going to get caught. He's going to get caught by traffic. Oh, no. Are they letting him by? They've got to be letting Russell and that by. Oh, dear. That's the problem. 46.7. Russell goes quicker. 46.2. Magnussen goes quicker than Lewis. Did Lewis get caught by the traffic there more? And then oh my god, 45.3 from Perez. Okay, the Mercedes are slow, guys. The Mercedes are slow here this week. Did Lewis, better watch it on TV, did Lewis get caught up by traffic at all? Or did he just struggle? No, he didn't. He didn't get caught at all. The Mercedes is just not quick in qualifying. So, guys, whoever ended up picking Mercedes in the poll, well, it doesn't bode well. It doesn't bode. Oh my god, a 44.5 from Verstappen. He's 8 tenths quicker than Perez. 8 tenths. Max is going to win the race tomorrow. He's going to do last to first. 14th to first. And he didn't even set the quickest middle sector. That is obscene. Where's Latifi? A 46.7 Latifi. The Alphas are both at the bottom. Ooh. Oh, Sonoda. Oh, it's all getting a bit punchy with Sonoda. Was that Sonoda or was that... Did Sonoda just slow down, lock up, and then slow down in front of Russell there? It just came to me, actually. I think the reason Russell did a slightly quicker time than Lewis is because of the toe. I think he gave Russell a toe. But even then, Russell is only 10th and Lewis is 15th. What? That was Sonoda who did that. Cheeky little fucker. George was well out of his way as well. So, everyone's basically done a lap now. Looks like Mick has done two qualifying laps. He's done 4 laps on that tyre. Leclerc's going again. So I don't think is Hamilton on a lap at the moment. Lewis is on a lap at the moment. You can see here, look, he's green in every sector. So they're returning the favour. Russell and Hamilton, they're doing the toe. Got to be, or they're doing 2 qualifying laps to switch those tyres on, because the Mercedes are not as good at switching their tyres on as the Red Bull or the Ferrari. So it'd be interesting to see if Russell pits here. Now, Russell is going through, so Russell stays where he is, and Lewis only goes 11th, 10th and 11th for Russell and Hamilton. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Let's have a look at Charles. How's he getting on? Switch off from Lewis. So Charles, is he on a flying lap? Let's hear what they say about Lewis and George. Oh, not good for Mercedes, guys. So. I know, Steve, I know. Well. Max leading the way by nearly half a second from Sainz. Perez, I'm really surprised Perez is 8 tenths down from Max there. I'm really surprised. I thought Perez would be a lot closer. It is only Q1, of course. Everyone treats it a bit differently. Some of them want to set the fastest lap they can. Some of them maybe hold back a little bit because they know they're going to make it through Q1. So isn't the be all or end all, but Russell and Hamilton being 10th and 11th is a bit worrying. Good lap there from Gasly in P7, and then we've got Alonso and Ocon, the Alpines, in 5 and 6. They're the sneaky ones to keep an eye out for. Good top end speed here. Very quick in a straight line. So I've got 3 minutes 50 until they go out. So at the moment in drop zone, we have Tsunoda, Stroll, Latifi, Schumacher, Zhou, or Zhou, however you like to pronounce his name, and Bottas. I'm surprised the Alphas are right at the bottom. That's true, Hat-Trick, that is true. But they're obviously hoping to make some gains here, and they've lost time. Like they've gone backwards, so. Hey Benji, thank you for the sub, buddy. And to anyone else who has subbed in the meantime, YouTube doesn't always show if you've subbed, because if you have subs on private, then that's how it works. But yeah, no, thank you guys. Hope you're enjoying the stream and the watch along. So everyone is now out on track. apart from, well, there's, okay, I'll take that back. Not everyone's out on track. There's still a few people in the pits. But Lewis and George coming out now. Yeah. Nice little gap. Where's Albon? Albon's doing well. Albon is 800ths behind Lewis, to put that in perspective in a Williams. That I overlooked that. That is fucking brilliant. Go on, Albono. Brilliant from Albon there. Sneaky from Williams as well. They've put him out behind Russell. Will he get a sneaky little toe from Russell? 200 IQ move. So Red Bull, Ferrari are staying in the pits. It wouldn't surprise me they don't come out again. They don't need to. They're so far ahead. They don't need to. They're not gonna get out of quali, are they? Get out of Q1. So they're all backing up. Do we think anyone's getting out? It is quite tight between Tsunoda, Magnussen and Vettel to the bottom 5. Looks like Bottas giving Zhou a toe. So Latifi is going to cross the line first. Do you know what? Hamilton's getting a toe from Ocon here. I don't think Russell's going to get a toe from Hamilton. He's not close enough to him. Hamilton's really close enough to Ocon. So Latifi goes P13. He improves a 46.4. Here comes Stroll. Can he improve? Yes, he can. P10. Wow, a quicker time than Russell and Hamilton last time around. Mick Schumacher also improves. Here come the Alphas. Zhou goes up to 7th. Bottas had to pit, so they've sacrificed Bottas because of his penalty. Magnussen doesn't improve. He's down in 18th. Vettel also. Oh, it's all chopping and changing here, guys. Gasly was P8, stays P8. Ricciardo was 9th and moves up to 5th. So everyone's improving second time around. Is the track evolving? Oh no, Daniel Ricciardo's at his time deleted. Norris goes 5th. Here comes the Mercs. What can they do? Lewis. It's a bit more like it in the 45s. And Russell also in the 45s. So Mercedes aren't actually that far off the pace. Bono! Go on the boy. Go on the Bono. P6. Unbelievable. And Latifi's down in 17th position. Williams, if that wasn't an answer to what your car can do with the right driver, that is it. Brilliant from Albon. This is now an Albon fan club stream. So Daniel Ricciardo had his time deleted and he's in 13th position with his Q1, with his first run time. He's only a 10th ahead of the top 5. Oh my god. Ricciardo set a great time, but he's had it deleted. I think he's going to be okay because there's no time left. So Danny Rick's okay. He's okay. So we lose Vettel, Latifi, Magnussen, Sonoda, and Bottas. Bottas has got the penalty anyway. That's why he gave Guan Yu Zhou the toe. Can't get over Albon, man. Yep. Albon just did a 45.6, splitting the Mercedes. He split the Mercedes, man. He's beaten Norris and the Alpines. He's a 10th. He's a 10th off of Leclerc. I don't care if he got a toe. He is a 10th off of a Ferrari. He's 3/10 off of Perez. That's unbelievable. I know I'll keep going on about it, but I'm so shocked. I'd love to see how... Williams did really well here last year as well with Jules, didn't they? They clearly liked Spa, unless you're Latifi. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant there, guys. Well, that's Q1 over and done with. So the Mercs did pull a bit of pace out of the bag. They're not as far off of the... They're not as far off of the Red Bulls, or... I said the Red Bull. The Red Bull of Max Verstappen they are, but the Red Bull of Perez. So only a 10th behind Leclerc. Russell did get the toe that time around, or maybe... I don't think he did, actually. I don't think he did get the toe. He looked like he was a little bit too far back from Hamilton to get the toe. But Hamilton, 45.7. But you look at Hamilton and Norris, a 45.736 and a 45.745 for Norris and Hamilton. So close between them. McLaren and Ricciardo was the position just behind Norris. I think Norris just pipped him. Or maybe Ricciardo was ahead of Norris. So Danny Rick, if he didn't get his time deleted, then he would have been all right. But wow, guys. Interesting Q1. I thought it was going to be a little bit plain sailing after the first run. But turns out no. So what we'll do... run another poll. Let's run another poll. So, who gets knocked out Q2? Who do we reckon this time around? I'm not going to name names. I'm just going to put, if I can spell. So we'll ask this question. Who gets knocked out of Q2, guys? A McLaren, because we have Norris and Ricciardo. A Haas, because we have, well, Mick Schumacher left in there, who I will admit, I take it back, he snuck through into Q3. A Mercedes, they were a little bit worrying at first, or the Alpines. We do have, of course, an Aston Martin in there with Stroll. It could probably just be... I haven't put the Williams in there of Albon because I really hope Albon makes it through to Q3. All right, green light, pit exit open. We now have the next stage of qualifying on Q2. So Lewis has decided to go out first. Oh, okay. Okay. Sky asking Gunther Steiner if Mick Schumacher will be driving for him next year, and if they want him to drive for Haas next year. Oh, so you got Perez, Verstappen, Sainz, and Perez all in a little group there with Mick Schumacher right behind. So everyone thinks Mick Schumacher is going to at least be voted out. I probably shouldn't have included a Haas, should I? So where have they chucked Albon? Where have they chucked him? Come on. Where are they? So Stroll's coming out now. Okay, so the rest of them, Leclerc, Albon, Zhou, and Ricciardo are coming out the pits now. So Lewis and Russell the Mercedes not giving each other a toe here at all. So come on, Lewis, see what you can do. And George. Verstappen's now got to move on ahead of Sainz. He's like, I ain't giving you a toe. Sainz and Perez playing a little game there. Perez will want to get the toe. Hamilton's going to catch traffic again. He's going to catch this traffic. How's he going to deal with it? Because they're going to back up as soon as they get to the bus stop, and Lewis is going to catch them, definitely. George, I think, will be okay. Here comes Lewis. Oh, maybe he won't catch him. Maybe he won't, actually. Or maybe he will. I don't know. Nah, he's going to be okay. He's going to be okay. Because they're starting their lap, so they're going to get a move on. So here we go. Here goes Lewis. Can he get 45.4? 45.5 was what he set last time around. Does he improve on that? Max did a 44, remember? And he does a 46.6 with no slipstream to take advantage of. Okay. Here comes George. Can he get into the 45s? 46.6, he's vulnerable. And a 46.2 for Russell. So to me, Russell and Hamilton are both vulnerable. But then again, it depends if everyone else starts playing the toe game. I'm going to give everyone a toe. Max does a 44.7 with no toe on his own. 45.4 from Sainz. 44.7 from Perez with maybe a little bit of help from Sainz in the toe. Red Bull's in a league of their own. 45.6 from Norris. 45.6 from Norris. Wow. Wow. What? Players on a flying lap. Here come the Alpines. So what can Alonso do? 45.6. So everyone is... Mate, they're getting in the 45s comfortably. Gasly, 46.2. Ocon 45.4 from Ocon, the same time as Carlos Sainz as a Ferrari. Comes the Aston Martin 47.1. Wow. Zhu. So the thing is Hamilton doing a second flying lap though? Let's have a look. No, he's not doing a second flying lap. So does he pit or does he go again? Because remember they did it last time around. He is pitting. So Lewis is pitting. So that was all we had. Wow. I assume they're just going to hope they get through. I mean, Albon's only 2 tenths behind Hamilton again. Go on, Albono. No lap from Danny Rick yet either. Yeah, he's still in the pits, isn't he? Where is Danny Rick? Why is he not? Yeah. Leclerc only does a 45.6 on his own. So Leclerc is a second off of Verstappen's pace in qualifying. That Red Bull powertrain, man. Well, I told you, the new Red Bull powertrain that he has in the back of his car. We're going to see Lewis Hamilton-esque Brazil tomorrow. You watch. Calling it now. From the back of the grid to the front. That's exactly what Max is going to do tomorrow. Albeit there's no rain. If it stays dry, I think Max will fancy winning it from even starting 14th. Because he's got that pace. Perez only did a 44.7 because he had the little bit of toe from Sainz. Sainz had no toe. He's 7 tenths slower than Max. But we'll still reserve our thoughts until we see Q3. For the top guys anyway, because the top guys aren't fully going for it until Q3. But Leclerc definitely looks like he's... Ferrari looks really struggling for that middle sector. Interested in having picked Danny Rick. Oh, wow. Leclerc getting sideways for the bus stop. Yes, I don't know why Danny Rick hasn't decided to pit. Sorry, come out and do a lap. Has he got an issue or something? Possibly, Euro. Possibly, but I haven't heard anything mentioned on Sky. No one's mentioned anything about him. So, as it stands, Ricciardo set no time. He's down in 15th. Mick Schumacher, Stroll, Guan Yu Zhou, and Albon are going out of Q2. Hamilton is on the danger line. That's 46.6. He's only 2 tenths ahead of Albon. And we know that last time around, everyone improved on their next run. So Gasly, I tell you what, Gasly's doing well. Gasly's up in 9th position. He's going a bit under the radar. Norris, Ocon and Norris, by the way, splitting the Ferraris with mid 45s. Very good. Very good from them too. I told you to watch out for the Alpines and Norris. But as we know, everyone improves on their second lap, so it'd be interesting to see. I'm going to listen to Sky and see if they say anything about Daniel Ricciardo, because he didn't come out. Just have a look, see if anyone's said anything on any live chat on like BBC or something. No one said anything yet. Max did a 44.7 on used tyres as well. Honestly, that guy is just on fire. That car is ridiculous. I think they said Albon was on used tyres as well. So maybe Hamilton was on used tyres. I don't know, but it doesn't look like that Mercedes. They did a 45, didn't they? In the second run, both of them did last time around. So I expect them to come out and probably do that again. When will Yuki race again? What, Yuki Tsunoda? Oh, he's racing tomorrow, but he's out of qualifying, P19. Apparently his contract for next year is still being finalised, or they're in negotiations. Right, here we go, guys. Everyone is coming out the pits again. Alpines are taking the lead. Oh, Danny Rick is out. Yeah, Norris. There you go, Scramble. There you go. You called it. Norris will give Ricky a toe. Maybe he didn't have enough. Maybe he didn't have enough fresh softs. So I reckon everyone in this session will be on fresh softs. At least who's on the danger line. So Hamilton, Russell, Gasly. Maybe he didn't have enough left, and because really, Ricciardo's aim is just to get into the top 10. Norris is aiming to try and get top 5 so that he can start on the second row. That's what I'd be doing if I was, or that'd be my mindset anyway. Hey, Justin, thanks for the sub, buddy. And thanks to anyone else who has subbed as well, but it hasn't popped up. As I said before, YouTube, if you have your sub set to private, it won't publicly show that you've subscribed. So, yeah, thank you, everyone. And thank you to everyone who's tuning in and watching. Hope you're enjoying the watch along. Yes, he does. Fuck, I forgot. Norris has got a penalty. This whole time I've been thinking Norris has an opportunity to start at the front. And he has a penalty as well. Well pointed out. There's so many cars with penalties, I've lost track. There's 7 cars that are starting from the back of the grid tomorrow or taking engine penalties. Thank you for that. Okay, yeah, so Danny Rick, I probably assume he didn't have enough tyres left for this run, and Norris is going to give him the tow as well. So there's a big train there. Look at that into the bus stop. So Ocon is now giving Alonso the tow, which I'm surprised about. I'm surprised Ocon's giving the tow to Alonso, because Alonso's off. Alonso's fucking off to Aston Martin. Wouldn't you prioritise Ocon from now on? He's let him go through. Okay, so maybe they think, or has Ocon got a penalty as well? It wouldn't surprise me if Ocon's got a fucking penalty as well. Has Ocon got a penalty? I think he may have. There's so many. Carlos and Sergio, I think so. But then again, everyone went quicker on their second lap. There was a lot of cars that went into the 45s in their second lap last time around. Ocon's got a penalty as well. Okay, there we go. So that's why he gave the tow to Alonso. So Alonso's definitely going to improve, because he got a serious tow there all the way down up to Les Combes. Hamilton will get a tow from Sainz. And he's moved out the way. Sainz has moved out the way. Oh, okay. So do they think Sainz got an issue, or is he just like okay to let him through? Don't get in the way of Albon. Don't get in the way of Albon. Come on, Albon. Same as last time. Get the toe off Russell. So Alonso moved up to 5th. Gasly has moved up 1 space, a 45.8. Zhu has moved up. Here we go. Quicker times coming in. Second time around. Fresh set of softs for everyone. Stroll moves up to 11th, so he's out. Done. Dusted. Leclerc, can he improve? Leclerc goes top. Bosh. Danny Rick, here we go. P15. Up to P9. P8. Good. Hamilton goes 5th. So there we go. Fresh set of softs. Near identical times from the Mercedes. Yes, Albon! Yes! Get in there! He's done it again! He's in Q3! Go on! So happy for him. I'm so happy. They did the same strategy. Get the toe from the Mercedes. Bob's your uncle. There he is. Top 10. I'm pretty sure everyone's done their flying lap. Yes. Oh, Ricciardo's out. Ricciardo's out because of the guys who moved up. It's a shame. That's a shame. He deserved that. I'm going to have to sit here and actually do the maths afterwards. Once we see all the penalties, I'll do the maths and I'll type out what the grid is at the end, because what we're seeing now is, of course, not going to be the grid for tomorrow. But so we've got in there Verstappen, Ocon, and Norris. So Ricciardo will at least move up 3 positions. So Ricciardo is going to start P8. Oh, sorry. No, we've got Leclerc, Verstappen, Ocon, Norris. So he'll start 7th. There's 4 guys there in the top 10 who have got engine penalties or are taking penalties. But Albon only a 10th behind Alonso. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Leclerc, Schumacher, Bottas, Ocon, Norris have penalties. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 7 people. 7 people have got penalties tomorrow. Well, no, Don. I don't know if you know, but they have the opportunity now to... The rule that whatever tyre you used in Q2 no longer exists. They got removed for this year. So you can start on whatever tyre you like tomorrow. And we'll probably see a varying mix of strategy tomorrow, I reckon. Back of the grid is going to be fast. Yeah, it's going to be hectic tomorrow. It's going to be hectic. Yeah, their rule was stupid. It was stupid, really. I was used to it for so long, but at the end of the day, everyone should be able to just pick what tyre they want to choose to start on. I don't know if it is Checo's race to lose. I don't know. Now, this Q3 is where we're truly going to see the pace of the cars here over 1 lap. I still expect Verstappen to get to I reckon Verstappen will get... I reckon he'll push a 43. I think he'll push a 43. He was on old softs there. He was on new softs. So he's going to come out on fresh softs and he's going to... Well, will he? I don't know. Because he'll probably come out on fresh softs or maybe save it. He's got to think about tomorrow now. He's in Q3. He's probably going to tow Perez. So actually, no. I don't expect to see Verstappen in the 43. they'll probably just put him on old soft, so he's got a fresh set for tomorrow, and do it that way. Mayhem through Eau Rouge on lap 1. Yeah, Mayhem at T1. There's no runoff anymore. We've got that. Do you know, normally like it gets really tight into T1. It's going to be that gravel on the outside. We could very well see someone lose it in that gravel or get forced out. Some penalties dished out. You don't know. I think so, Jam. I think it's going to be a real interesting race tomorrow. Ah, Scramble, you'll be flying home. Well, if you got Wi-Fi, buddy, I don't know if you got Wi-Fi on the plane. I'll be streaming it. So, odds on a lap 1 safety car, very high. Albon's going to start net P6. Oh yeah, because of fourth position. 4 positions. That's brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant. So he's going to start net 6th tomorrow. Unbelievable. So F1 and Verstappen and Leclerc now will not go out there and set a time. They will set a time, but maybe they won't. They'll go out there to tow purely Perez and Sainz. This is all about Perez and Sainz now, who gets pole, because Leclerc and Verstappen, their aim was to get to Q3, to one, see what their pace is, but two, to be able to help Perez and Sainz in this exact scenario now, because they're taking penalties. So, as long as, well, then again, they still do, actually no, they still do need to set a time, as long as it's faster than Ocon and Norris. That's all they need to do, because if they finish below Ocon and Norris, then Ocon and Norris would start in front of them after they take their penalties. So there is still something to play for here. They'll go out in Q1, set that time, and then in Q3, they'll give Perez and Sainz a tow. That's how I see it going anyway. Could be completely wrong. But yeah, Williams, man, absolutely brilliant from Albon. He's done exactly what he needed to. Hopefully he does nothing silly now and bins it. But yeah. Green light, pit exit open, guys. One straight out there. Look at him. That's amazing. P6 tomorrow after the penalties. I think they've all taken the same penalty. I could be wrong, but I think that's what they've done. That's what I heard them mention on Sky earlier. So I think I think it's the same scenario for everyone. Is that where you finish in qualifying relative to the other guys who have got penalties is where you'll start further up or further down. I think. Albon's going out, doing what he can. At the end of the day, P6 start is good for him. He's probably not going to improve on that. He could maybe pit Alonso, but I think Alonso's too quick for the Williams at the moment. I don't know, Don. I don't think they have. I think some of them have changed engines. Some of them have changed just a turbo. Some of them like the battery or the ERS. So, will Gasly and Yuki race? Yeah, they'll race tomorrow. So Tsunoda is down in 19th position. Gasly is in 12th. So they're good. Yes, Amy. Yeah, I have got F1 Manager. I was lucky enough to get a I was lucky enough to get it a week early before it released from the guys, and yeah, thoroughly enjoying it. I've done a couple of videos on it already, a top tips video and an exciting first race, or a race at Saudi Arabia with a couple of red flags for you to have a look at what happens and see what it's about. And I've just done Bahrain, my first race. So yeah, I'll be editing that over the coming days and releasing that probably Monday, if I'm honest, because I'm busy for the rest of the weekend. It is very Moorish, isn't it? Yeah, it's very addictive. Right, Leclerc is... Oh, look, Leclerc is definitely giving signs of tow here. Okay. So there's no tow going on between Perez and Verstappen. That's for sure. Perez is way out front. But expect Leclerc to pull over here and let Sainz go through on the straight. Yeah, there you go. So he's giving Sainz a tow. So they're sacrificing Leclerc. Leclerc will set the time anyway, so that he doesn't lose a lot of time there. I would think so anyway. But Scramble, thanks for the sub, buddy. Come on, Albano. What can you do? Give us another shot, mate. See if you can beat an Alpine. See if you can beat Alonso. Get an extra spot on the grid. Albon 46.3. That's not a bad time on his own, to be fair. That's not a bad time. Right, here comes Perez. What's he going to set? Here we go. 40, is he going to get 44? 44.4. And here comes Max. 43, is he going to get a 43? Oh my God, a 43.6. That is fucking ridiculous. Sainz with the tow. 44.2 with the tow. He's still 6/10 slower than Max. Mate, that new engine is so quick. Ocon a 45.1 on his own. That's good without a tow. Ooh. Oh, 46.5 for Hamilton. And a 46.2 for Russell. Oh, Bono has beaten Lewis. Bono has beaten Lewis. What is going on? Let me know what we do with these tyres. What is Ferrari's engine? Now they're fucking up in qualifying. Is it me or the Charles Leclerc's engineer feels like he's so out of his depth? Do you know what I mean? Like, mate, so that would be a P5 start for Albon if it stays this way. George Russell, Albon lining up with George Russell. Wow, man. Wow. But let's put that in perspective. So Lewis and George are on, okay, probably older tyres, right? So they're using probably the Q2 tyres. So they're always quicker in the second run. So Max is nearly 3 seconds quicker than Lewis. That's insane. Yeah, I reckon that they might do the same. They might bring out Albon behind. They've got to do it 3 times in a row, right? They did it like the last time. Got to do it again, surely. But then again, Alonso also didn't set a time there. So it makes me think they didn't even... They probably didn't even think about sending Alonso out because just save him for that new set of softs. Why is Leclerc doing... Why did Leclerc do that lap? He's now on his own. He's going to come out on his own. He's not going to be able to help Sainz. He literally needs to get back. They need to put brand new, fresh set, a set of tyres on him and then send Sainz out so that he can give Sainz a tow. Bit bizarre from Ferrari again. So, right, here we go. What do we reckon? So this, guys, this poll is not including Max because he won't officially be getting pole because he's taken a penalty. Who do we reckon? Sainz or Perez? So they've sent Albon out on his own. No, no, you can't do that, guys. He needs the tow. Ferrari tacticians cast from the night garden. Man, that Red Bull just looks on rails. It looks so good. He's going to blitz his way through the field tomorrow. I'm actually looking forward to it. So why have they not sent Leclerc out? Oh my God, Ferrari. Ferrari, what are you doing? Why is Leclerc not giving Sainz a tow? But then again, they're also... Red Bull aren't sending Verstappen out to give Perez a tow. Why? What? Why would you not send them out to give them a tow? It's bizarre. I find that quite bizarre. Norris, yeah, he does. Norris needs to hook. Perez got track limits. I don't know. I don't know if he did. I don't think so. All right, here goes Albon. Go on, Albon. Let's follow him. See if he sets a quicker lap here. When you see green sectors. Oh, he's done a purple there. Come on, Albon. When you see green. When you see green. Come on, middle sector. Look at that gaggle as well. Ocon, Sainz, Hamilton, Perez, Russell. Alonso's in there between Hamilton and Sainz. Oh, go on. That's it. This is where the Williams comes in. Middle sector. Oh, we like to see it. We like to see it, guys. Come on. We like to see that green. Purple. Everyone thinks Sainz is going to get pole, only just 52 to 47%, but Albon's going for it. He's green anyway, he's green on his own lap. So he did a 46.3 last time. He's a bit slow through there. Oh no, come on. Green. Green again, through Blanchimont. Oh, Leclerc is there, so they... Oh, okay. Oh, very, very clever from Ferrari. I'll give him that. Here comes Albon. 45.8. That's a benchmark for Alonso. So really, like... Well, he's ahead of the Mercedes. He's ahead of the Mercedes. Right. Well, Sainz. So, okay, I tip my cap to Ferrari here. They brought Leclerc out of the pits as Sainz was coming round. Very clever. I take it back. So let's have a look. Sainz, purple through there. So he wasn't, even with the toe, he wasn't quick through the first sector. He only needs to be quicker than Perez. We can see here who's got the quicker sectors here on this lap, and it looks like it's Ferrari at the moment. I don't think Perez is going to get this from Sainz unless this last sector goes purple or goes, sorry, to blue. And Sainz goes a 44.2. What's Perez going to do? Where's Alonso go? Alonso pushes Albon down. Damn it. Albon, he only just beats Albon, Hamilton. And it's a Sainz pole. It's a Sainz net pole, guys. Oh, who's off? That was Sainz. Sainz was off. So even after touching the dirt, Sainz gets net pole. Albon down in 9th position. Do you know what? Well done, Albon. Well done. That was a good effort. You're starting P6. That was good. So, Verstappen in a league of his own. Brand new power unit. Still 6/10 quicker than Sainz. Perez 44.6. We could see a good fight tomorrow between Sainz and Perez. But Leclerc is going to be starting right next to Verstappen. So there we go, guys. There we go. Right, let's have a look at the leaderboard. So, here we go. Verstappen, Sainz, Perez, Leclerc, Ocon, Alonso 6th, Hamilton and Russell 7th and 8th. Not good from them. I mean, their fastest lap times there were 1.7 and 1.8 seconds slower than Verstappen. They were over a second slower than Sainz and over a second slower than Perez. Wow. Wow. Verstappen can 100% win this tomorrow. I told you, it's going to be Hamilton-esque performance like it was in Brazil last year. But yeah, brilliant from Albon. Hopefully, fingers crossed, they've got the race pace tomorrow and Albon can score decent haul points for him. No worries, Scrambled. Off out drinking his last night on holes. Do you know what, mate? I'm doing the same thing. I'm around his friend's house tonight, and I'll be doing exactly the same. But I'll be here tomorrow. I know you're flying, but I will be here tomorrow, streaming the race live, exactly the same with the track map and the live timings. And yeah. So right, let's calculate. I'm going to do a little Word document and calculate what the net thing is. So right, let's get a little notepad up and figure out where everyone's starting tomorrow after penalties. Latifi hasn't scored any points this season, no. No. So, right. Verstappen is not starting first. So we have, I'm going to type out now, Verstappen. So we have Verstappen, Leclerc, Ocon, Norris. Who else did we say? Zhu, Schumacher, and Bottas. They're the penalties. So that means Sainz P1, Perez P2, Ocon, by the way, Ocon's 5th. Wow. Ocon and Alonso are starting on the second row. I've only just realised that. Wow. How good's that for Alpine? I said to watch out for Alpine. Then we have Hamilton, Russell, Albon. Norris is not there. Danny Rick. Danny Rick starting seventh, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, eighth. He's starting eighth. Then we have Gasly. I don't think Gasly's got a penalty, is he? Has Gasly got a penalty? No. Okay, right. Then we got Stroll. Then we have Vettel, Latifi, Magnussen. We said Tsunoda. Tsunoda's got a penalty? No, Tsunoda hasn't got a penalty, is he? Tsunoda. Right, here we go. Right. Cut. At the bottom here. Why is that doing that, man? Three. Sorry, guys, just typing in the numbers. 4. 7. See if this is right or not. Vettel. So if I'm reading this right, Stroll and Vettel are starting 10th and 11th. Latifi 12th. Hang on. Yeah, 17th. Yeah. No, actually, I've missed that one. Oh, you need to get rid of Ocon, don't I? Sorry, I forgot about that. Ocon hasn't got front, but Alonso's starting there, isn't he? Alonso's starting 3rd. I think that's right. 6, 7, 8. Trust me, guys, this will be worth the wait. 11, 12. All you guys are probably going to beat me to it in the chat, aren't you? You're already... That's Norris. 18. 19. 20. Right. No. Why is it doing it like that? Okay. Well, I don't know why it's doing like that, but here we go. This, I believe, is the grid for tomorrow. Sainz first, Perez second, Alonso third, Hamilton fourth, Russell fifth, Albon sixth. Excuse my spelling of Ricardo. Gasly 8th, 9th, Stroll. Vettel 10th, Latifi 11th. Fucking hell. Magnussen 12th, 13th, Tsunoda. Who have I missed? Where's a... I've missed someone. That should be 13. That should be 14. That should be 15. 16. I've missed Ocon. Ocon's in here somewhere. Ocon is ahead of Leclerc. That's why I've missed Ocon. And then 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th. There we go. Right. What do we think of that grid, guys? Bottas start... I don't think he does he? I thought Bottas starts at the back of the grid. NT, I start at back. I don't think Bottas starts 14th. Maybe I'm wrong, but... Because Bottas qualified 20th, so it doesn't matter. He's going to... Is that right? Yeah, so we got Ferrari, Red Bull, Alpine, Alonso, sneaky third position, eh? You know, if Alonso gets that run out of La Source down to Les Combes for Rouge, oh, it's going to be fiery. He's going to leave his car in there, isn't he? He's going to leave his nose in there and try and cause an upset. Yeah, not bad for Hamilton and Russell. They're hoping that they've got the race pace. That's what they're hoping for. But yeah, there we go. That is it, guys. That is your grid for tomorrow. Ooh. The 5 drivers we start at back pen will start behind Bottas. Okay, well maybe that is the case, Steve. I know they had penalties. I didn't know. Bottas has clearly got something different then, hasn't he? Penalty-wise. But yeah, no, guys, thanks for sticking around for that. I hope you enjoyed it. We're in for an interesting race tomorrow, to say the least, aren't we? We're in for a very interesting race. It's going to be... I still fancy Verstappen. Hey, thanks, F1. F1 fan, I'll see you tomorrow, mate. We'll be live from... Well, turn your notifications on to make sure, but race starts at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, GMT. So I will be live probably half hour before that, just for a bit of the build-up, make sure everything's obviously all set up. And then, yeah, it's going to be a good one. Verstappen and Leclerc going to be wanting to force their way through. I do think Verstappen is minimum podium tomorrow with that new engine. He's just so much quicker than everyone else. No worries, Kaz. Thanks for dropping by, guys. No worries, Steve. And anyone else here, thanks who's still here, tuned in. Anyone who tuned in, thanks for all your subs as well. If it hasn't popped up, that's, yeah, as I said before, how YouTube works. So really appreciate it anyway. Yeah, we'll be live tomorrow at 1:30 British Standard Time. So half hour before the race starts, wherever you are in the world. Turn those notifications on because I will, I'll be here. And hopefully we can enjoy it all together. As we know, Spa does throw up some interesting races. They said it's predicted to be a dry start, but who knows? Maybe we'll get some rain. I hope we do get a little bit of rain to mix up the strategy, especially with Verstappen's engine. It's going to be enjoyable to watch him come through, but also a little bit like, would prefer someone else to win it, either Sainz or Perez, or even someone else entirely. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Remember to hit the like and subscribe button, guys. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good evening. Bye.